Hello guys, welcome to the final video of how to build React application from the scratch video. In this video we'll be decorating our app, give it a style, make it look better, user friendly, and we will add a toggle feature as well. So guys, one thing I want to mention, I'll provide a link to the source code of this application in my description below, so check it out because we'll be needing that in this video. I have focused more about the React section in this video, and styling, you can give it any style you like to your application. So as long as JavaScript part is working, you don't have to worry about the styling part. In this video we are adding a styling and extra toggle feature, but before that I want to show you something. Like if I go to my inspect, go to console, so I'm getting this error. If I refresh it and add something, I'm getting this error, right? Each child in a list should have a unique key. So this is a React that asking the unique key for each component. So let's fix that error. So we have a to do component. It has a key to do's id. Okay, so now if we go back to our app, save it, now the error is gone. Yes sir, awesome. The next thing I want to do is handle toggle completion. I want to click on the task and then some line will go through the task that shows that my task is completed, and if I toggle back, the task appear again. So I want to introduce a new state which is completed. It's a boolean, so it's gonna say if my task is completed or not. Completed is false. So right now I have a task and my task is not completed. I need to do this task, I need to do another task, so it's not completed, it's false. So when I submit the task, I wanna send my prop. So I'm getting error because create is asking for another comple completed is a boolean. So once I click on this form, this will call this handle submit button. So for that I want to introduce new state. I will tell that my task is completed or is not completed yet. So if I go to my app, it has its own ID. If I go to my, so it has its own ID, right? Now it would be better if we have another state that tells that my task is completed or not completed. So it's better we add another object. Go to my interface and add. So if it's false, then your task is not completed. If it's true, then your task is completed. I need to add another which is completed and set this completed to false, because when you first render your app, your task is never completed, right? I need to pass completed as a prop. To do is already a object of my state, so I have a completed, so that's a boolean. Right now there is error because it's asking for another prop. That's my prop. Now that we have a prop, let's add conditional class here, because that's the list that we want a toggle, right? So, class name, if this dot prop that completed is true, then call this class. If not, then empty string. So let's create the class. Let me come over and create a new file, todo.css, and css has a class completed, and let's give the name of color as red, just to see the change happening. And let's import to do the CSS. Now I want to click on this task and update our state. So this is a list. This has something called on click prop, and this will call toggle function, which does not exist. Let's create toggle. This will call our prop. We'll have a different method toggle to do, and it will take the ID of this task. So this is a callback function. We are getting error because we have not updated here. This has to be a same name, so I'll just copy. So let's go back to our parent component. So yeah, we need to send that prop. It has to be a same name again, and this is calling some method that we're going to build, maybe toggle completion. So let's create a function. I am going to copy all this because it's gonna be same thing, only few changes will be there. Instead of completed, there will be to do dot completed. So if our completed is false, it's gonna change it to true. If it's true, that's gonna change it to false, and everything else is same. Don't forget to bind all this function, this, and go here and don't forget to bind. Now let's see if our app is working or not. We have different tasks. So this task has its own ID, this task has its own ID, so I'm toggling through this app, through this task. Toggle on and off, on and off. If you also want to see more styling, like text decoration, I guess it's line through. So you'll see the line just going through this task. So there will be a lot of styling left in this video. That's about. Alright, for styling, I'm not going into much detail about it because I'll provide all the access to the resources online and you can just copy and paste. If you go to a browser and click www.github.com/xkushal, that's my username, and you'll be in this page, and go to repos and go to YouTube and go inside the source. So you will see all the files that we created and the files that we're gonna create now. So just check these CSS files. So let's go to our app and create to-do list.css, to-do list.css, and open this file and copy it, like select all and copy, and oops, copy and paste, and remove all these things that are not needed. That's that. So all you have to do is like all copy this thing only. That's it. And so go, that's to-do list CSS. Now go to to-do CSS that we already created. All you have to do is copy and where is our to-do CSS, and delete this and paste and save it. Now another file would be our new to-do form CSS. let's create another file called new to do form .css, new to do form, and copy it, paste it, save it. So another would be app css, just copy it, app css. This is already in our working directory. Just go there and select all this, delete it, paste the one that you copied. And the last thing would be index.css, copy it. This is also already present in our repo. It's right here, and copy it, delete it, and paste the new one that you just copied. Awesome. Yep, that's our styling. And if we go to our app, it's still not working because we have all these classes that are already in our css file, which is still to call in our application. So let's go ahead and do that. So go to our to-do list first and go all the way to return function. So there is return div class name. This is together class name. Class name is to-do list. So h1 is my to-dos, and span, what do you want to say, my, sure, why not. Now let's go to our to-do component and go all the way to render. So this is our first form. First form has a class name. Let's put all this inside the div. So div has a class name to do, and form has a class name to do edit form. And let's go down, and this div has a class name to do again, and a list has a class name. Change in our class name, that's to do task completed. This class would be to do task. So if you go to these classes in our css file, you'll understand what it's gonna do, what will do in our app. So this is very easy to understand. Let's create another div and bring back all this button down. So this should be below this. Div has a class name to do button. Let's bring this button down. So this button has I. So this has a class name so this is basically the icons, that's pen icon, and so another button right here is I, and I has a class name. So there was previously was delete, so delete can be replaced with a trash can kind of icon. Alrighty, That's that. Now let's go to our last component, which is our new to do form component, and let's go all the way down to render. Our form has a class name, new to do form. All right, let's check it out. All right, so yeah, going to work. Yep, that was expected. It's because we are using font awesome. FA is font awesome, but we have not integrated font awesome in our application. So if you want to go to my GitHub page and go to public and go to index.html and copy this line, this link. This is a font awesome, or either you can go to font awesome and copy one of these links, but we have already copied, and go to our working directory and go to index.html and paste somewhere in between here. You will at least see some changes in our app. Going to party, so going to party, and here you can see this icon. This is pen icon, this is trash icon. If you hit pen icon, edit, going to party to going to study, save it. Now going to study. If you want to delete it. So now go to to-do list component and import our css file. To-do list, right? That's our css. Go to new to-do form and import new to-do css. Let's see if we can see any changes in our app. Awesome. Yep, that's your app. Going to party. Now toggle completion or not. Yep, there you can see a line going through it. Toggle on and off. Liking this video, commenting any concern, and not the least, yeah, subscribing. What the heck? Can somebody tell me the spelling of subscribe? CSCRIB. I'll just copy it. Man, subscribe this channel. So I want to delete this. I don't want to go to party. I don't want to write essay. I want to like this video, but I want to edit it. Like this video right now, and commenting any concerns, subscribe this channel, and tell my friends. Yep, this is your app. Wow, congratulations guys, we did it. We just developed our own React application, and I just want to say congratulations guys once more, and go ahead, include this in your resume, tell your friends about it, teach them and let them know about the video, let them know about the channel, and please do comment what kind of content you want to see in the future. So I'll be back with new videos, with a new content and new application probably. So comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the future videos. All right, have fun, enjoy.